I'm Patsy Brenlin, and my business is Phantasea Tropical Botanical Garden. Phantasea Tropical Botanical Garden is what I consider to be a traditional botanical garden. The purpose of the garden is for conservation, education, to teach people how they can do conservation and teach them about the different plants. And it's also for relaxation and inspiration. Visitors to the garden, we hope, will come here and be inspired to take the ideas that they see used here in the garden back to their own properties and their own homes to help make the entire island and the world around us a much more beautiful place. I decided to do the garden about 20 years ago. I took my passion for tropical plants, and when I moved to the island, I brought my plant collection at the time with me and started putting them in the garden and decided, you know, the people on the island need to know what a botanical garden really is about. And so in the year 2000, I got the business license. I've kept it active for the last 15 years, knowing that one day I would have the garden to the point that I could open it to the public. I'm an architect and general contractor by trade, and that helped me to do a lot of the design work within the garden and also helped me to do the design for the buildings, for the restroom building, the entry building, and the parking area. There's a lot more that we plan to do in the future as we have a 5-year build-out plan to make the garden complete, including classrooms and reference libraries to further the education factor for the plants and for the ability to do things in the garden. One of the most important things about any small business is customer service. You have to first and foremost be focused on your customer experience. You have to see things through their eyes. Your customer has to feel that they get value for their money, and you want your customer to feel like they're welcome and that you want them to come back again and again and tell their friends. So that's the most important thing, because without customers, you don't have a business. Being a small business person is very challenging. There's a lot of different factors that are involved in that, none of which is lesser than being able to get the financing to do your project. The banks here are very particular about how they lend their money, and they want to make sure your business is going to be successful. By dealing with the local Small Business Development Center, I talked with them a lot about what was involved in bank financing to make sure that I had everything that was necessary before I was ready to do that. They're very instrumental in helping along those ways as well as many other ways. After securing the financing, which did take a long time to do, we started the construction on the business. And we opened to the public on February 7th of this year. We've only been open for 2 months, but the response has been very good, and part of having a small business is getting the word out to the public. And that's one of the things we're involved in now. And so advertising, word of mouth, and word of mouth is your best advertising you can have. Having positive customer experiences, having good reviews of your business, having them tell their friends that want to come back. Customer service is first and foremost in any small business. And it's one of the things you really have to focus on and be able to see your business through the eyes of your customer. So when people come to the garden, I hope they enjoy their experience. I hope they're inspired to take the ideas that they see here back to where they are and back to their homes. We welcome groups of small children and tours from schools because it's very much an educational facility, and everything we do on the mountain affects everything that happens in our seas around us. And conservation is a real important part of that, and that's a big part of what we hope to show here at Phantasea Tropical Botanical Gardens. We hope you'll be able to come and see us sometime soon. Bring your friends, bring your family, and tell everyone else about us.